horizon, the charts are bold. Daily bands rapping stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Treading air, the pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rockets, scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the stream. All right. Good morning. Happy Monday. Fresh new week in the bear market. Maybe we turn to bull market again. We'll see how this turns out. Overnight trading is up a little bit. Let me pull up the news and everything. New week. Get situated with all the new stuff here. Hello, friends. What's up? Sharon, Chico, Jada, Levi, St. M's, Franco, Dragonade. What's up, guys? Smash that like button too while you guys are here. We got new giveaway month all ready to go. This is going to be great. Super great. Nathan, Dragonade, Andrew, Bearing Bulls, DCV, Alexis, Lucas, Ian, DV, CSL, TI. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Gabriel. What's up, Shannon? Good morning. Slick quick Dragon Bulls. You want to short NQ at DD, but I'm trying to read. Wait, where'd the message go? I lost it. Somewhere in there. Oh, there it is. But we'd rather be surprised. This gap up also rose the D ratio. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where we gapped up for the new week, right? It's a great day to have a great day, TD. That's right, Lee Media Piper. What's up, Kevin? Aaron, Mad Yoda, Moreno. Brandon's TD band short. Oh, is that where we are? Hold up. Are we already there? Wait, where? NASDAQ? What? We are there. You know, you guys might be on to something. I think that's a good idea. I think it's a terrible idea, y'all. Anticipating the DD ratio being where it's going to be. That's some smart trading, actually. I'm going to prep my accounts, get ready for it myself. Good morning. That media room looked awesome. Great job. Oh, yeah. I'll show you guys some pictures. Actually, I tweeted about it. Finally finished it up. This is like a very, very, very quick project. Very inexpensive, too. We got a bunch of quotes, and people were like, I don't know what it is, but the quotes are out of this world. I'm trying to get like quotes on construction. I'll show you guys. Welcome to the morning stream. We've got an amazing month for everyone. What the heck? Oh yeah, I turned my camera off last time because of construction. So where's the jacket? Oh, I'm getting it. You know, I've been wearing it everywhere. So it's at the cleaners now, you know, because I wear my jacket proudly with all my patches, with all my achievements in the prop industry. I had to take it to the cleaners, get it cleaned. So look, yeah, we had this. So let me show you guys something cool before we get started. We got quotes, right? We went on Instagram and looked up all like the local, you know, the Instagram designers and stuff always have really cool stuff. Right. And we like had this giant wall. Let me tell you guys really quick while we're chilling. Giant wall in the living space where we're like, okay, you know, I just installed like all kind of speakers and stuff. And this is a by, you know, these are like, you know, 10-foot tall ceilings. So it doesn't look that big, but it's pretty big. Like I stand up right here and I come up to like maybe here. So this is a really big TV. It's really far away and a big giant blank wall with nothing. These two ugly windows off to the side. Like they're little because there's another house on the other side. So you really can't see anything, just a little tiny bit of light. So we were looking around the neighborhood and like looking inside of people's houses when we go for our walks to see like, because there's windows everywhere. Like what do they do for their windows, right? We're just kind of peeking in and we're just looking at everyone else's design, and everybody has the world's worst design for this area. And we're like, dang. And some of our friends that live out here, we looked in their space and they had the world's worst design. You're like, what do you do with these two tiny windows, big wall? So anyways, this is what we did. Check it out. So that's the new space. The LED lighting all around it. Now the windows have wood paneling inside of it. Got this big giant 3D wall effect. Custom cabinets. That's it. This is the project. Finally done. Finally done. Not too shabby, right? Did a pretty good job. Came out all right. And yeah, kind of like framed the area really well, and it actually looks so much better. So anyways, like we were quoting people, you're getting quotes from people about like what we're gonna do for this. And I'll tell you, some of the people we talked to were like, oh yeah, you want custom lighting and custom design and this and that. A lot of them were like quoting us $30,000 and $50,000 a project like that. And I was like, I remember I asked you guys, I was like, what's the going rate for a freaking wall? Like, there's no way. I think a wall is like the price that people are quoting me for a wall is like the price of a hold on, where are we at here? Oh, this is hold on. These are old. I'm like, the price of a wall, that's like the price of a bathroom. It's like a whole kitchen for 50 grand. Like, no way a wall's gonna cost that much. Anyways, we got in with that. We shopped around, we found, and here's the thing is, I made an executive decision. This is your trading skills at work. All right. As a trader, 728. I don't know where the heck this one's coming from. As a trader, you're going to have to make these kind of decisions sometimes in your life. You're going to have to make an executive decision part of a trade, right? And so today, at this time I made an executive decision. We found somebody. Hold on a second. Who had never done this before. All right. So here's my executive decision. And maybe you guys can, maybe y'all can think of it like this. So I found somebody that's never done anything like this before, but does kitchen cabinets, and they do a fantastic job with kitchen cabinets. So kind of made a deal with them, and I was like, look, this is an easy project. You can't really mess this up. Not even if you try it. Not really not easy to mess up. I mean, you can't. Maybe it's hard to mess it up. Just paneling on wall. The lighting, you just need to run an outlet. General electrician work, easy stuff, nothing hard. Right? We're not, it's like custom woodwork or anything. It's freaking panels. So I found somebody who had never done it before, and I got them to quote it for like a third of the price. In return, so we got that project for under 10 grand, entire thing, materials and all. Because I'm a master negotiator, as I'm a master trader. See, trading, negotiating, it's all, trading is negotiating. That's what you do. And in return, we took the risk on them maybe messing it up, but then it's low risk because someone else couldn't easily fix it. They're not knocking out walls and stuff. They're just putting in some paneling and stuff. Very super cheap. So anyways, in return, we're like, well, you know, we'll help promote you, get you business. You know, they're trying to build their Instagram and say, we'll take the risk on you. We'll be the first people to take the project for this part of the business for you. In return, you want a good fair price. And you guys can break into this business. Use it for your portfolio. And he's like, yeah, this looks like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be easy. And like, bam, bam, bam. Their cabinets are perfect. Cabinet work was good. We got in for just under 10. When other people were quoting us like 30K and 50, somebody said 50K. And I was asking you guys on stream, I'm like, am I getting ripped off or what? They were like 50K, like cost of wood's expensive. I was like, yeah, but I don't know what it was. But anyways, fair deal. But it kind of sounds like what I do when I buy a car, because when I buy a car, it's almost the same thing. I go for the demo car. I go for the one that's not brand new, but the one that's slightly new, right? I go for the deal if I can. It's a good deal. Now, if it was like an actual like custom woodwork or whatever that, you know, they'd never done before, I probably would have taken the risk. But IDOC and I were like, this is a project that's gonna be hard for somebody to mess up. So let's go for it. And we nailed it. So anyways, that was my weekend. It looks pretty dope, right? It's pretty cool. It feels like a whole different space now. All right, marking up my DD bands right now. Plus, there's a chance we find cash in the walls. You never know, right? This is the true answer. So, make executive decisions is part of being a business owner, part of being a trader, part of being everything. You have to ask. The answer is yes. Somebody asked, "Are we going to be shorting off MHP level now?" I do short off of anything when the confluence is there. Chad, what's up? You're new to the tools. Welcome, man. Can't figure out how to access E-mini, NASDAQ, or ES. Can't figure out CG. Please help. There's instructions that were emailed to you, Chad. All you have to do is connect your brokerage account. So go whatever broker you use, with the exception of anything related to Trade-of-8, like any futures broker or FCMs will connect to here through CQG. They will give you, your broker will give you the login. AMP, Edge Clear, Phillip, Dorman, Cunningham, Iron Beam, Robbins, all the big ones. Even Robbins, if you do Robbins Cup here. They'll give you your CQG credential. Call your broker, ask for your CQG credential, they'll give it to you. If they don't have it, then you need a broker with CQG credentials. The list I gave you is pretty much the list of what people use here. Most everybody rocks here uses AMP. So AMP is pretty straightforward and good. And you can also use that as a brokerage account. If you have one, you can trade inside the platform. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, check the email. It should give you instructions. Got your funded X funded account today. Let's cook. Let's go. All right, let's check on the calendar today. What we got going on. Hold on, that's not the market calendar. Let me go here. Market calendar. All right, so today after market, we got Palantir, some pharmaceuticals. Tuesday looks like to be the bigger day with AMD, Caterpillar, some others. So Tuesday's a big earnings day. Today's a medium earnings day. Wednesday's a huge day with McDonald's and Disney. Question is how impactful is the food industry going to be from the tariff stuff? as well. Big Thursday. Wow. Yeah. Thursday's huge. Tons. Okay. So big earnings week all across the board. No major, tech except for AMD, I guess. But still, like worth paying attention to the fact that we do have earnings. We'll talk about the pre-market structure and what I'm looking to see going forward. If you guys recall, last week we had Fed, we had all kind of stuff happen, and we had jobs data come out. The participation rate was garbage. You're noticing that people aren't running out to getting jobs, which is leading to the fact that companies are gonna have to raise their rates, their wages to attract workers if they want to grow, on top of having to eat the tariffs. So bottom lines are going to not be as great. Now, the question that I had was, before earnings, was that how much of the tariff costs were companies going to be eating? And it turns out, whatever the case may be, some of the big major tech companies were doing completely fine. They actually beat estimates. And so, as cool as that was to see, what are subsequent quarters going to be like? That's the real question, right? Where are all my labels here? I was surprised to see Apple, Amazon, completely come through and crush earnings, which is kind of nice. I think this time around, it's going to be, as long as things don't change, the market might stabilize. So we might only end up with just like a single bear month, like a correction month along the line of this big bull market. Then that would be like the only one we get for a year. That's kind of what I'm hoping we see. 63.26. All right, that's you. And you're there. So we are below MHP on S&P. So I'm marking up my chart. The automation was supposed to be released today, but we're going to be releasing it separately from the overnights, because the overnight still has some kinks we got to work out. Good morning, all guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. We're getting this pre-market stuff going on here. So all in all, earnings season's coming out to be a pretty solid thing. We're not really seeing a lot of craziness as much as we thought. Well, the market is preemptively prepping for earnings, which is probably why we're selling off into this kind of bear territory for now. And what we do is we take it one day at a time. You guys know the drill on how we find out the market's bullish or not. It's a pretty simple process. This is a close below. We'll do down here. Walk you guys through that process in just a second. So lining everything up. Counting down the days until this is all automated. And I never have to do this again. But it gives me something to fidget with for the market starts, obviously. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Tyler? Good morning. So, I need to correct a mistake I made. So I made a tweet over, and now this is not a mistake I made. This is a mistake FundedX made. They gave me some bad information. They're the ones that told me that Thursday to Sunday didn't count for their trading days on the calendar days for the inactivity rule. They literally texted me that. They said that this is the rule. And I was like, you're welcome to make a tweet about it. That rule, that is incorrect. They took it back and said, actually, this is not the rule. We got some misinformation. So they got misinformation, the affiliate people, from something. So I think it's just miscommunication. They probably misread something. And they texted me today and said, by the way, that was incorrect, what we told you. Let me get what they said. They're still trying to figure out ways to, where the hell is it? Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Yeah, there seems to be miscommunication, particularly in your tweet that says FundX not counting Thursday money is part of the rule. Was waiting for the weekend to get a chance to look at it, but I wanted to clarify this inaccurate confusion may stem from unclear communication on our side, and for that we apologize. To clarify, FundX counts inactivity as 7 calendar days. There is no exception for weekends. However, we do acknowledge that in a few cases, accounts are breached due to a misunderstanding of this rule. For those traders, we're offering the compensation, blah, 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 when they reach out to our support team. So they were, so I don't know how they literally told me. I can make a post about it. Sounds like miscommunication between all of them. So, so heart broke a little bit, but that's okay. We thought we were getting that rule. We're getting some more leeway on the rule. They're like, nope, it's 7 calendar days going forward. So just make sure whenever you're doing any prop firm that has a 7 calendar day activity rule, make sure you knock out a trade, you know, once there. And that's only the eval side, by the way. This is only the eval side. It's 30 days once you're funded, so it's not that big of a deal. The reason for that is because when a company doesn't have, when the company has monthly fees, they don't care if you sit on the account, right? That's totally fine by them. They're making money every month, and that's part of the risk model. If they're not making monthly fees, you can just load up when they have a sale and then trade them whenever the market conditions are fine. Which is, you know, our intention. We definitely want to do that to game the system a little bit. But in the risk model side of them, it does make sense to force you to make a trade every once in a while. But again, just fucking log in, make a trade, close it out, log out. Like it's like 3 seconds of upkeep, right? So if you guys are trying to game the system the right way. All you got to do. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. We're getting started here in about 30 minutes. So on the pre-market side of things, we thrust ourselves into what we call bear market territory. Our greater market, which are 3 indicators that we look at every single day to determine if we are bearish or bullish. Let me get that for y'all really quick. Greater market. Number 1 is DD ratio. DD ratio is less than half, and it was definitely less than half for the last 2 days. It is going to be bearish, okay? That is the green number in the top left of the screen. It's the bull-bear bias ratio. It's stocks opening either bullish or bearish. Number 2, it's the S&P relative to its monthly hedge pressure. Now, we look at SPY, and monthly hedge pressure has to do with the gamma exposure, the maximum gamma exposure of dealer sold options, market maker options. And so inside of that, if the market's positive, then you just get all the natural hedging to balance the market long more than short. If it's less than MHP, then it's more short than long. So these are 2 really solid signals just quickly that we can look at to see if the market's bullish or bearish. This is all the stocks now. This is S&P over the course of the month. So this is a monthly indicator, like the kind of like zoom out. What's the month look like? And then monthly maps is the 3-month look. Monthly maps can see 3 months into the future, and it looks at how the landscape changes the option side based on all the parameters of the Greeks and such. And we look at these options that exist when they expire and can draw out a map over the course of 3 months. So we probably should have named this thing quarterly maps now that I think about it, but it is what it is. It's about quarterly time frame. And as you see, the top of this dark gray is what we call bear zone. Okay. And bear zone is where we are trading right now. How do we know we were in a bear market? As of Friday and as of Thursday, we sold off out of bull territory. We sell off hard enough to end up in where the bear zone already was. And then we opened up the next day in bear territory. So this is all bear resistance now. It's no longer bullish until we break up into the dark gray. So right now we are trading in a bear market. Now, Thursday was hard enough to sell us in a bear market. How long does a bear market last? Well, as far as we see on here, even at this price, now again, this changes every morning when the data comes out, right? We get a new read on this every morning. But using Friday's data, if you look at where we are, this has a bull crossover where we talk about where if you look over across time, it does become bullish again right about here for a brief moment at the end of September. So what it's telling you is that for about from August to September, for the most part, it could kind of still have bearishness for about a month. If market were to stay here for a month, ultimately the bull market would probably catch back up. So this looks to be like a very 1 monthy kind of event. Again, we'll get a new read and we do the same read every single time. That's why we'll do QQQ. For me to be a bear or to say, hey, I'm a bear, all 3 of these indicators need to be bearish, and all 3 of them are bearish. And if you can look at what QQQ looks like, QQQ is the same way. It fell off into here and actually has no bull crossover through October. So QQQ is in a kind of like a worse kind of spot, if that makes any sense. You guys have any questions about that so far? Pretty simple to read that. How do we know it's a bull market? Is whenever we get back, if there's a day where we rally so hard that we end up above the bear zone bottom, it's a bull market. B, your early warning signals that you'll get before that even happens is you'll break monthly hedge pressure to the upside, or you'll get your DD ratio above 0 or above half, and then your resilience above 0, your monthly resilience. Normally, you'll see the MHP break first, where you flip the gamut to the other side before you go into bull territory. Usually, MHP is going to be somewhere in the vicinity here. And usually, your MHP break to the upside is where you think, okay, maybe we're getting that squeeze to push us bullish. So you take a bear market 1 day at a time. You never come in and say, market's crashing to 0. You literally say, I'm taking it 1 day at a time. Never try to sit there and think that these things last forever. This bear market could have only lasted for 2 days. This is what you have to think about. And that's basically what you got to do. Thinking about maybe shorting off a DD band as well, anticipating the ratio to be less than half. We'll see. Funded X hidden, no funded copy trading would be great if you could clarify. I don't understand what you mean. Did I see your earlier comments? No, I didn't see your earlier comments. Oh, an email. No, I haven't seen the email yet. Let me look for it. It's probably in my inbox. I just haven't read it yet. Regarding a funded X hidden rule that copy trading is not allowed across your funded accounts. What do you mean that copy trading is not allowed? Can you send me any evidence that said that copy trading is not allowed? Remember, customer service is like reading scripts. Their customer service blows ass, just like everyone else's. They may be giving you some bad information. I've never heard of copy trading not being allowed, but if they told you that, I will clarify the customer service is wrong or right for you. Thank you for sending that out. Yeah, no, I got busy this weekend because of the construction stuff, so I didn't even get to sit down and read my emails from Friday yet. Welcome, guys, to the best morning live trading show there is. We have grown 50% over the last month in total views and total hours watched. This is incredible to see such an amazing turnout with the show every single day. Give me 1 second. Let me... Oh. One second. I'm asking about the copy trading thing. Okay, I'm asking him to clarify on that. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the show. Okay, so in the bear market, if we can actually be couple rules of thumb. Outside of upper DD band, let me pull up this cheat sheet for you guys because we're going to teach you what it is. This risk interval band, we call it DD for short. Has a little cheat sheet that's worth taking note of. And this is going to be very important to today's lineups. Oops. Let me give you guys a little quick tutorial about these bands. So according to our back test, only 98% or 96% of days will stay below the upper band, and 92% of days will stay below the lower band. 88% of the days open between and stay between the bands. Only 4% of days break, and 96% of days sell off. Above the band, there is no shorting whatsoever. Customer service is probably wrong on this, so I'm gonna get the communication on the right side on this with the Funded X guys. They're saying please send the screenshots. If you emailed it to me, that's all you need to do now, and I'll get it to them. No shorting below the lower band, no shorting above the upper band. Essentially, bull markets, we don't try to fade when markets do turn bullish. When markets dip below the band, I usually long it back in because the probability is very high. We tuck back in. Bull markets are different. I don't normally short it back into the middle, only on the condition of the ratio itself is less than half, then I'll hit it hard from the band. Now, we don't get the ratio until we open, but we can anticipate that maybe we'll open with the ratio being bearish like it was, and then I can maybe preemptively take the short just like now. See, now on NASDAQ, we're running right up close to it. When we tap it, I could take a short in just a second and then bet that DD ratio is less than half as soon as we open. Okay, that's kind of where we're sitting. Can I put a live clock somewhere on your screen for a second? I want to see how long the delay there is. What? What do you mean? The delay is like 5 seconds. Watch. Somebody type the words. Somebody type 1, 2, 3 in chat right now, real quick. Type 1, 2, 3 in chat. Thank you. That's it. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. So there you go. Or 3 seconds, 3 or 4 seconds. That's it. Thank you guys. I love y'all. It's like there's no delay. I put 0 delay on the stream. The only delay would be YouTube's natural delay. Yeah. All right. You're in heavy since yesterday formation market. What I'm looking for is a really solid green day that I'm going to load up on some puts with. All right, we're getting very close to DD band up at the top. We're saying it's close to about 0.95. I could potentially, remember, we don't short early off of things. I only take trades off of the line itself. Now, one of the things that the market's dealing with right now, copy trading within Funded X is allowed. Come in, babe. Traders can freely copy trades between their own Funded X accounts. I've got clarification from that already for What? What's like a spa day over here? What are you doing downstairs?
You food.
Dang.
I'm so honored to have to put on a robe.
Got iDoc in here with the spa robe. Nice. What's up? Hold on, wait. They can't see you're dancing. Wait. This is better. Look at this. Look at this. Can I like switch jobs with you? Because yeah, you want to trade with me for the day?
It's really hard though.
It looks very.
Your job is extremely.
Actually, your job is pretty hard. I know that. But when you're not working, you want to switch places?
No.
No.
My time is my time.
Come here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
I told everybody the story of the wall. They all think the wall is badass.
Oh, have y'all seen the wall? Has he shown you the wall?
Where did water just disappear?
What you do with it?
It was literally. Oh, here it is.
In front of your face.
Yeah, the wall is pretty good. Fickle and iDoc, everybody. You hear them about them all the time through the songs.
We're gonna leave y'all for a week. Better be sad.
Dying inside.
Now, did you tell them where I'm going?
She's going to Canada.
Yeah.
To Banff. To Banff. And so they're going to be out there having a beautiful time.
Swell time.
Yep. And I will be here with you guys. So in Houston, Texas. Beautiful Houston.
Ooh.
Yeah, the flowers are like starting to bloom, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh no, the petals are dropping.
That's normal. He's gonna eat it though.
Oh no.
Thank you so much, babe. All right, hold on, back to this. All right. Did I see my earlier comments? Yeah, so Vinay, you can copy trade. They just confirmed with me from management. Yeah, so Tom, the VPN thing, we're getting them to work on that too. That you can actually, yeah, in the US, you shouldn't have VPN restrictions for US traders. It's just something that the standard, I understand the reason that firms have it, but the standard is going in the direction of most of the firms are getting rid of it. So any knowledge of upcoming MFFU codes, I am going to look at it. They promised me that this month we would get something. I haven't seen the announcement yet, but they were like, this month is we're waiting on some negotiations to go through to figure out what it is we're gonna get. So we had a conversation last week. Haven't heard anything yet back, but they're working on coming back with an answer for something I asked them to do. What firm is that? There, people are talking about Funded Next. This one right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna get them. Like I said, the VPN thing is gonna be something we're gonna work on. Yeah, they can't trade on your phone. They can't trade on vacation. They got to get rid of it. And again, the Forex firms, should think ahead when they enter the US market and see that the standard is kind of different. But in the Globex world, they have these kind of rules for their Forex and CFD side, right? So it makes sense because, it's not just one country isolated trading in one country. It's like United States is a huge pocket of people all in one country. Theirs is like people all over the world. So they got to have some kind of standards like to prevent scams and stuff like that. I get it. But in the US, it's different. People have different roles usually here. US firms are different. All right. Final 4 questions. No copy trading. Yeah. So you have to understand, Vinay, is that the customer service just is like the English is poor and they're reading a script. And when you say copy trading, a lot of times it may translate to maybe thinking account sharing. And Nathan, Nathan Vanderus said something about that. We're going to start doing some other things too. You know how we have a subscription portion of the channel, right? This is an idea that I had, and that you can only chat when subscriber mode is active. And we're going to do giveaways for subscribers only starting probably later this week. So if you see somebody with green next to their name and the subscription is like $5 a month or whatever it is, this is to prevent scamming as well of people using bots to enter the contests and stuff. They'll be the only people that are allowed to chat in the stream. And therefore, when subscriber mode is active, you'll be able to have only you guys enter the contest. So somebody says, yes, like a mods only competition. Hilarious. Yeah. So these are things that we're trying to think of ways to prevent the, bots and whatever come in here and try to win contests. We'll test it out and we'll do a subscriber mode only thing. Now, subscribing to the channel again is like $5 a month, but imagine this. It's like buying a raffle ticket for $5 a month. And then the contest won't have, one person with like 40 accounts trying to enter a contest or something weird, right? The Funded Next account goes to Sim. We're asking for 24-hour turnaround. They're currently taking a while, like 2 or 3 days, but they're getting overloaded because their process is manual, and they released this brand new package where so many people have been trading with them. And it's kind of like the customer service just getting overwhelmed so quickly is what's going on. And we're like, they need to automate the process. And they promised us that without a week or two, they'll have something installed. I like to make this bread from scratch. It's so freaking good. It's like super crunchy. Get the 5-star hotel room service when she comes in. Oh yeah. Can you use Tradeabate when you use Rocket Scooter Lifetime? Yeah, Rocket Scooter, you can trade with any other platform. Like here, I've got my Tradeabate off to the side, and I've got my Rocket Scooter off to the side here. Somebody's asked me, why do I not want to show a clock? How the fuck do I show a clock on my screen? I don't understand the purpose of me showing you a clock. How do I show a clock? Like what's the reasoning behind this? Okay, like clock. I Google. I don't have a clock in here. Hold on. I mean, here's my phone. It says 8:19. It's currently 8:19. Now it just turned to 8:20. There's a clock. Well, I got like 4 people in chat asking me to show a clock. I don't understand. Okay, here's a clock. There's a clock. I just Googled show a clock. Is this good enough for you guys? There's 8:20 and 20. Is that good enough? They think that I'm AI. Oh, so there's a clock. Is this adequate? Then with the clock picks, guys, y'all want some clock picks? I should start an only clocks channel. 8:20:36. How much is the delay? Like 4 seconds, 3 seconds. All right, you guys cool? Weird request. And people, I guess, making sure that I'm streaming in real time. I don't really know. Look, you could look at the candle. Like the candle is literally the 8:20 candle right here. They're like, why don't you want to show a clock? I'm like, why? Do you want me to show you my feet too? I really don't understand. What else do you want to see? Like, low dots for micro scalping. If you guys have any issue, remember, Fun and X about to do some sweeping rule changes because we're trying to ask him to do some things. I could probably 94. I'm only 4. Let me do at least one contract off of a DD band short. I know I'm a little early and I don't normally do this, but market's opening in about 9 minutes, so let me get ready for it. Any issues you have with Fun and X, you guys send me a email at matt@rockscooter.com and I'll check on it and look into it. They're doing all these massive sweeping rule changes coming soon, so when they do, I'll hopefully be able to help you guys. All right, more things. Can I specify the copy trading is allowed? Yes, Vinay, you've asked earlier if I answer your question. Hopefully that answers your question. I got management to clarify copy trading is allowed. Remember, customer service or script reading, non-native English speakers, so you know they're kind of just like translating things poorly, reading off of a script. When do I think market's going back down? I don't think it might be. I don't know if it's going to be going back down today. I think the market might catch a dip and continue to move up, but we'll see. Again, the market is trying to sell off. I'm definitely going to take a short. I am shorting very close to upper DD band. And just looking at this, VIX is still above the triple B level. And so we press through it. And now we're sitting above it and the market is still sort of figuring this out. So being above this 1841 level, the VIX is going to be high. The VVIX is also going to be high. And that sensitivity is going to allow the market to be really kind of all up and down, all over the place. Yep. So this week, we're going to do subscriber only mode contests. So if you guys are subscribed to the channel, that's what we'll do, the contests. And this will help prevent bots. Subscribing to the channel is maybe like $5 a month or whatever. Consider that your entry into the contest. And there may only be like, I mean, at least for now, we'll do some public giveaways and we'll test subscriber mode only giveaways. So before we got you guys all do it, let me see if I can't do how to set chat without your clock. You show me your clock without. How to set live chat to subscriber mode. Hold on, wait. Before you guys go pay money, hold on. Before you guys go subscribe, before you get, okay. Go to live control room. From your live stream. Again, this is just in theory. Hopefully we can do this. In theory, I thought we can do it. Your live stream, click edit, click live chat. Under who can send messages, select subscribers. That should be good enough. Edit. Details. Or let me see if I can do it. I know you can do it. At least that's what somebody told me you can do. Customization. Live chat. Okay. Live chat. Replay summary. Who can send messages? Subscribers only. Subscriber. Oh, hold on. Members. Limits participants to only those who are paid members of your channel. Aha, we can do it. Perfect. Okay. We can do it. All right. So we'll start to do half of our contests, at least for now, for people that are members of the channel, and the other half to the public. And then we'll start to maybe like partition them out, like have a subscriber only sort of. Perfect. So subscribers only when we do it, and then members only when we do it sometimes. So that'll be the thing. It'll be a little thing you guys can do. Boosting my YouTube income. I didn't even think of it like that. Because it's only $5, and I'm not sure that's really significant amount of money, but I do like, we're starting to catch people, and we caught somebody, you know, who's botting, right? Trying to win the contest via having multiple accounts and stuff. And so that's one way to do it. I don't even know how much the membership was. We just had it there because we just did it years ago, but it might only be like $5. I should make it $30. Maybe I can make some money off of that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, make it $1. Every little piece like this that's monetized is useful to like pay for somebody to do something to help out the community. What can we do with this money? Let's think about it. Let's think of something neat we can do with this money. Can we hire somebody else? If you guys are subscribing to something, should I put this money to good use? I like to turn it into something else. If we raise another $1,000 a month or something for the channel, I can always convert it to something, a new employee, a new something. What do we buy with the money, guys? Hire Tyler. What are you good at, Tyler? That's the thing. I'd love to hire you, but what are your skills? This is an interview. Wait, it's a horrible feeling to paying $150 for Rocket Scooter and needing extra for a giveaway. No, listen, I said half of them will be, it's again, see, even Ghost my light. See, nobody's ever happy no matter what you do, right? Listen. We have the giveaway in the public, and everybody hates the fact that botters are trying to win with multiple accounts. Okay, so half of the giveaways are going to be, because we just got twice as many accounts. Remember, we're giving away 200 and something accounts this month. We had 100 something last month. So we are giving away twice as many. So half of the new accounts are going to be for subscribers only. The other half is the public, right? So again, like I said, you can't make everybody happy, but this will make at least the diehards. We'll have members only sort of giveaways as well. Then we'll have something for everybody. Now everybody wins. Everybody wins. Compensation, the mods, I guess. Yeah, we can always do something. Or put that money into a pool and do some kind of like bigger account. Buy some accounts with it. Who knows? We'll do something. All right, we are running up to upper DD band right now. This is where I'm looking for, where I might possibly take a short at the open. If we break above DD band and the market's bullish from here, I'm totally, absolutely fine. We are very close to it. Let me add to it. Pardon me. All right. Let me load this up here. Okay. All right, upper DD band short. I'm betting on DD ratio being less than half. You're useless. Hire me. Perfect. That's all I want. Somebody completely useless. You like the idea of hiding keyword and having be RS related to guess it, bro? I don't have. That's a good idea, but I don't have time to go on a freaking scavenger hunt to run the giveaways. You know, like, I feel like if you are donating to the channel, you're donating to the growth of the community, and therefore that helps. And there should be giveaways. We should reward people that are rewarding us, right? I think that's very more than fair. But we'll do split. We'll do like half and half, right? We'll see how it goes. Just testing it out. And again, it's not going to be like significant revenue. We could buy like maybe 3 or 4 extra Tradeify accounts with that every month or something. All right, upper band is tapped. Here we are. All right, let's see what we get out of this one. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Market is open. We are above upper DD band. Let me tell you guys the rules. We don't normally short above the band, but off the band, if the ratio is less than half, it's a pretty decent short setup. I preemptively got into that just in case the DD ratio was less than half. It looks like I am getting squeezed right out the door in a nice little blast up. Again, that's always a risky-ish sort of bet to take. And so this is not good. I might just get squeezed really hard on that. But let's wait and see what comes out on the opening move. Open is right at DD band. See if the ratio comes out, and if it's less than half, I'm good. The first overshoot, if we tuck back in, we should be fine. Let's see. Oh, again, I don't want to see a big blast up. All right. Get back below on the other side. If the ratio comes out less than half, we should be good on the short, but we open right up at upper DD band, and this could be the big rally day. We should be fine. On the upside of the band itself is a long if the ratio is greater than half. So waiting for the data to come through and seeing what we get on SPY. And yes, the band hasn't been tapped yet. That's just NASDAQ first. And that's usually the first one we look at. We are below MHP right here with NASDAQ BSU. So MHP, this is a bull setup. If we break through MHP, it's a big blast up to the upside. So be very careful on MHP breaks. Let me see if I get the QQQ here. SPY bulls on bottom. Why? Like my stuff, you guys load, your stuff loads faster than mine does. All right. Yep. QQQ, MHP from here. DD ratio is bullish. So I'm kind of in the bad, part of this trade. So I'm not liking it as much. 0.86 is decent. That's a good open to this. All right, and SPY might be bulls on bottom, so I might get squeezed on this pretty bad. SPY is opening a liquidity pocket, breaking bulls on bottom. When we do test bulls on bottom, I might close out and squeeze. This is actually really strong bull pressure out the door. All right. Don't like this at all. Yeah, this is bullish EST 73. Let's see what happens whenever the data starts to realize just a little tiny bit. It is pushing really hard on this open. So here, this is actually bull setup today. Actually looked pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna have to wiggle my way out of this trade somehow. QQQ, however, is not as much bull setup. It's sort of like bullish from down here and bullish on the break. If QQQ breaks, it is a very big blast up, almost like 80 to 100 points today. So be very careful. The ratio is not bearish. It is definitely bullish on the open. So I'm not in a good trade. My confluence is not with me. I got in before the morning started to bet that we still stayed bearish. It doesn't look like we are. Let's double check monthly maps just because I want to make sure market is clean. The bull market before I make any preemptive decisions. We have jumped right back into bull territory, which is kind of interesting. So things are sort of clean right now. I don't think we're going to get the selling today that we want. Now we've kind of flip-flopped into somewhat bullish positioning as well. So for here today, I'll take long, strong pivots on dips. So let me figure out how to get out of this short trade really quick. That's the wrong side of this today, probably. All right. The open is that support right here. So when we get to the band, I'm gonna try to close out of this. Let me just close out one. Hold on for a little bit more in case it does dip. Close out one. Close out a little bit. Give me a little bit more time to realize this right now. This was a preemptive DD band short, which I don't normally take unless this ratio is less than half. Ratio was greater than half when the market did open, so that's not the best setup. So Not the best setup today. But it is NASDAQ too that broke through. S&P is close to its band. So the actual trade setup off of S&P is also at the same spot. We can get like a second little bump on the S&P. And we'll see what happens there. I need to get out of this one. All right. So the S&P is looking bullish, at least at the open today. Breaking through bull zone is a rare thing without actually coming back down and testing the bull zone. We are volatile enough that might actually happen. So I was waiting to see this original test before I fully close out the position. That's normal. And while we were pressing higher highs, the market's pretty solid bullish already. And we are opening very bullish today. So that was a little aggressive out the door. So not liking this setup. You can MHP tap. Yes, let's be very careful today. Resilience is good on NASDAQ. This could be a really, really, really strong momentum play to the upside on MHP break. Market is just rallying to the bull side again. All right, I'm gonna close this out on MHP break. Last one. Definitely gonna try to bag hold this. It was definitely a crapshoot on this. MHP is the first tap we're going to see. And man, if the market just decides that was like a 2-day bear market, you know, like I said, the market recovers from that. It'd be kind of crazy to see how that turns out. This is really strong. So MHP tap, if it does break, then it is a huge run up for here. So just be careful today. If there is a bear in the house, this is a bear setup. If there is ever a bear in the house, that is the place to bet on if one were bearish. So, but I don't think we're gonna get a bear setup. Market just pushing higher. QQQ, I'm not, and usually when the market's volatile enough, I give myself enough room to exit. So that is a very, very strong push. This is actually completely erasing everything that happened Thursday and Friday. Let me double check VIX really quick. Like I said, the market's volatile. We're still like in a place where I can actually still get some wiggle to get out of this one. Bulls are definitely back, dude. Immediately back. This is crazy. But again, I'm not jumping on the high, right? Anything can happen out the door here. So that was a gamble at the pre-market just to trade off of the DD band. So we'll see, because we're not there yet on the S&P. The S&P is like extremely close. NASDAQ broke through and kept going. S&P is like points away from it, right? 0.77, which is pretty darn bullish. My last thought is here. This one, I'm going to hang on right to there and then kind of probably play off it one more time. I don't normally, like I said, DD band shorts are very good when the ratio is on your side. And today the ratio is not on my side. So kind of a bad spot to be in. This one account is down $2,300. Not that big of a deal. It's right there on the edge. No, I shorted against QQQ's DD band, and now ES is overshot. So, to its own band. So this is the potential setup. I don't think we're gonna get a pullback here. We'll see. That's it. I took the QQQ and I have one contract. I had two, then I closed out to one, and I just have one all the way up to there, just to see that little spot. I'd like to see a big fat green update though. That's like bear market bounce inside of all of this, because if I do, that would be amazing, because I've been waiting for a day to get in and get some puts, at least a hedge in case the market did sell off for the month. Not any good short setups here. This is not the good place to be. Everything's going against it. So watch out, be careful, because we have MHP break on NASDAQ, could be very bullish that run. So that is the part I'm looking at here. Everything is pretty bad. So I should, like I said, the volatility could get me lucky here, but this is not the good trade to be in. Right here, we're going to wait for that first pullback. This is going to be about 20 points lower. Right at about 30 is that first pullback at MHP on S&P, on NASDAQ futures. So right about here, let me draw a line for y'all. This is going to be that MHP break. So this is going to be one of those. If we break MHP, keep going. It's a rapid move to the upside. So bulls are going to be looking for this as an interface pivot to long term, which I'm kind of looking for as well myself. We're still overshooting because bear market, and all the evidence is against, because of volatile market, all the evidence is against the idea that this is a good trade. So I got unlucky on that. I was betting on the open being bearish, and the open was absolutely not bearish. But DD band can be a resistance pivot to flip the market to the other side. So we'll see. Yeah, it's not looking super hot today. All right. I just went ahead and closed out. I'm going to wait on this because I don't have a good setup on this, so I close everything out. There's a risky run taking that same bet, though. That's part of it. Nice to see everything turn around and go bullish, though. I need a big ass green day because I've been looking for a nice little pop up to buy some puts on. There's MHP overnight right now. Nice clean bullish day to get us starting off for the week. I do like it. Everything's bull long up. S&P, Nasdaq all has support at bull zone. We have QQQ MHP break to the upside. Again, this can be a blast all the way up through here. And then when you break through MHP, you don't even resist off of the blue. Very, very, very nice little move here today. Those of you guys that did get in at the open on these bull zone setups, we're actually pretty lucky. That is the risk that you run doing what I did, though. I think I'm going to get a pullback on this one. Okay. S&P just popping straight through upper DD band and MHP. This is the world's shortest. This is like the world's shortest bear market we ever had. Everything, even monthly maps, jumped bullish right out the door. So that's it. I don't think we're going to get a big sell-off, nothing. But the market's volatile enough, so I'll get some room to play on this, no problem. There'll be some room to play on this. What an incredible open to the day. Even no pullback, huh? That's beautiful. All right. So the market is volatile enough that there will be some room to play on this. I'm going to get some kind of dip to buy. I don't just bet on the market straight run going. I will likely get something good on this, and we'll see. That's definitely great for the long side. Yeah, beautiful recovery. So let's hope something good comes out of that, right? All right, so I'm going to be waiting for a setup. Any bull side setups would be like essentially anything that's MHP or actually hedge pressure break here is also bull side setup. Let me load this up here. This was an incredible move to push this far out into open DD bands. Like, this is crazy. Don't normally see moves like that, but this is a really strong recovery. I like to see a really strong, solid green candle in the middle of all this sell-off. I've been looking for a place to get in on some puts, so I think this might get me a really nice start of that. So right now I'm trying to get everything situated so I can actually make that trade too. I told you guys on Friday I want to see whatever big green candle that we get for whatever day. That's my day to load up on puts. So I'm too smart for this one. I'm not jumping in like grabbing all things bullish just yet. Although the entirety of the market, all of our greater market signals are actually bullish right now, which is crazy. So this is good. Definitely good for that. And we wait. Volatile markets, there's going to be plenty of volatility to play with. So got plenty of move that I can get out of this. Not chasing the upside though. So email address, just matt at rocketsphere.com. All right, guys, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. Good day. Like I said, I'm not chasing the bull upside. If this is a big dead cat bounce day in the middle of this kind of initial bear setup, we have pressed all the way into bull territory across the board. There is literally nothing bearish about this as of this morning. So tricky day. I'm not going to be pushing anything further. Normally, I don't trade outside of these TD bands much anyways. Again, longing off the bands is a potential setup for the future. If you look at this one, for future reference, sorry. DD band is a limiting tool to where the actual structure of the market is set based on futures. Every single night, these bands are high volume pivots. And if the ratio is less than half, I can short off of the band, which I was betting on the market open, and it was definitely not less than half. So I got squeezed out of it, which is kind of a riskier play. But normally I wait for the confirmation, then I take the trade. So, you know, this is not something I normally would do. If it's greater than half, there is no shorting off the band, and instead no shorting above here either. It's longs only off the band itself or off strong pivots. And strong pivots are, this is a strong pivot. This right here is a long setup, potentially to take. And that is pretty much it. On SPY itself, you can look over here. This is becoming, sorry, that's the overnight MHP. So SPY is just broken in the bull long up and is continuing to go. There is likely no pullback or downside here. I think everybody that's shorting this market as of Friday is about to get their asses handed to them and squeezed. So this is just a nice strong bull day, super strong and bull. I don't see any pullback on this at all today. News in 5 minutes. Yep. It's just pressing higher and higher. This is a great little recovery off of yesterday. Off of Monday. VIX is about to touch triple B, so the test is going to happen pretty soon. Run into a new hour in about 5 minutes here. Oh, oops. What do I do here? There we go. My freaking Tradeovates keep freezing. Reset the wrong, or refresh the wrong one. Like, at some point, I don't know if you guys have this thing, but the web version of Tradeovate, it just stops working. Like, it stops responding everything after I've literally refreshed these things like 10 times a day. I don't know about you guys. I use Firefox. Yeah, it goes like, basically what happens is it just goes like completely gray, and I can't see the DOMs. I can't the DOM anything. It just kind of like locks up. I start to notice it because like my computer starts to slow down. What the fuck am I in a position? What the hell am I in a position? Wait, what? I was in a position this whole time. This is what happens. All right, well, I'm gonna work my way out of that one. I swear I thought I had closed out. Okay, whatever. Account's got 50K in it, I'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Blah. Yeah, I know. It happens, I guess. Okay. All right. Let's figure out what we're going to do. No. Account's got 50K in it. It's totally fine. What a fucking stupid thing, though. I swear to God. Okay. All right. We'll figure it out. There's probably no trades I'm going to be able to make today, though. Unless I get a good bull dip. I can possibly try to get a long off of head stretcher break. But I'm going to sit back and relax and wait for the universe to give me a good, better setup that I want to take. I think I had... I swear. Sometimes, like, bullshit just happens. But that's okay. Let's sit on our hands. Yeah, let's wait for a little bit. Like, I had a little mini heart attack there for a second, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to figure out a better setup, and I'm going to get right back into it. I really had been holding... I swear I thought I'd close that out. I've been holding that the whole time. Jesus Christ. Okay. My connection is red. We're connected. I've worked my way back from worse. That's definitely not too bad. Okay. All right, bull zone setup. I mean, I've got... Again, the thing is, I don't have much to trade off of right now either. All right. right, we got PMI coming out soon. Yep. Where's today? Was it PMI? No, that's not today. So for today, all we had were factory orders and vehicle sales, basically. Nothing really today. Everything comes out basically tomorrow on Tuesday. PMI is on Tuesday. Manufacturing PMI, S&P Global Composite and Services tomorrow. That's it. All right. You see me algo is just crazy. They just turned on. All right. Alrighty. You guys nailed it. The stocks are just pushing pretty hard, which is good. It's good to see this. I was kind of hoping we weren't going to actually go thrust into like a long-term bull market or bear market, which is great. We had a 2-day bear market and the bull market can back any particular time. Now today we want to watch the VIX. VIX above 1841. This is the key level. This is the area where the market might actually bounce off of or not. So again, one final play, and I am kind of off the cuff here. There's really nothing I can or usually like to do outside of these bands too much, except for buy dips if I can find them. I very rarely chase along. And right here, this is the one place for the market to prove if it's going to still be volatile or not. When VIX interacts with this pivot right here, it can either bounce or it can either break. So that's it. All right. So we'll see what happens off of today's move here. As soon as we nosedive right into it, the market can have a little bit of pullback. I could possibly, again, this is risky. Again, I don't ever do this kind of trade, but I could still bet that the volatility will still be there. And I could still maybe try to take a short off of the VIX bounce at the last possible. It's not a setup that we teach, but this is where volatility can be. If this is a big dead cat bounce day, I'm totally excited because I did want to see some big green along the way down, just so I can have something to buy some puts on. So like 5 minutes for the futures before the stock market closes, I start to position and get ready to buy some puts, and all the way up until the options market closes 15 minutes after, then I will buy puts right at the end of the day. Well, we are at VIX Triple B right now, and maybe I can, just because I can, try to take a small positional bet on the volatility alone. This was so weird. I've done this a couple of times. You guys remember one time I thought I closed out and actually doubled down the position. I swear I thought I closed out. I was in 2 and I thought I exited 2 and I must have added 2 to the position. I'm so used to longing, I guess when I exit, I'm pushing the sell button. All right, so I'm going to try one more time and we'll see if anything happens. This is the account that's hurting pretty bad, so we'll see if anything comes out of it. Just a mishap of balancing multiple accounts all at once. And Trade of 8's messing up and freezing and locking and going black, and it's just a nonsense sort of thing. If I get lucky and turn this around, oh, I'll be like the world's best trader. I swear to God. It's not going to happen, though. I think today the universe has decided to give me some bad luck. And that's okay. You know why I didn't notice it? I'm thinking, I'm like, how did I not see this? I literally stare at my positions. It's because that tab I had switched over to watch. I think I switched over to watch S&P. And so the tab looked like it was empty. So I'm sitting here like, well, okay, not in a position there. And then when my web version froze up, I went to refresh and I clicked the wrong screen and refreshed that one. And apparently it just loads up the first tab, I guess. And then it was like, you're in a NASDAQ position. I swear I had closed it out. So the whole morning I'm sitting there thinking I had nothing, but it's because I had an ES tab open and the ES tab said 0. So that is probably why I thought I was flat when I wasn't on that account. I swear, dude, I feel like more often than not, half of the battle is trying to figure out how the hell you're going to manage like all your accounts. Like that's basically one of the things with trading props is that you have multiple accounts to try to trade and manage all at once. Sometimes you just get all, you know, twisted up because you have so many you're trying to work on. This is part of it, part of the game, unfortunately. And part of not copy trading, the idea that I don't copy trade makes it harder to do this. And if I have one shit losing day today because of bullshit, then that's okay. Maybe I'll get lucky on this one. Oh my word. Well, let's see if we can crawl back. I'm working about $1,000 back on that one. What a crazy thing. Administrative error, right? Well, that happens on Mondays, I guess. That's the funny part. This is why Matt hates pushing the short button. Even on that, you know, this is, and I think this is part of what happens is I get used to exiting a trade by clicking sell instead of clicking exit sometimes. So I think what I did was I clicked sell 2 times and then I added 2 more to the short instead of exiting the 2 that I was in. Oh, it happens. Fun time though. I'm not even reading chat right now. How many of you guys are making fun of me? This shit happens sometimes. It doesn't happen to you on your browser side. Web version of Tradeovate is awful. Yeah, I need to download more RAMs. I think I need to. My one account was down, yeah, close to 10K, I think. It's only down like 8 or 9K right now. It's not that bad. Else gets laggy as hell. Subconscious throwing dig out challenges at Matt. Yeah, the universe wants to have you guys watch me fight off a trade. Bears are sucking again. What happened? Were you in a short and didn't know? No, I think what happened was I had switched to a different tab. Like I was planning, like whenever I shorted NASDAQ and I got out of the NASDAQ trade and then S&P went to its DD band, this is what I ended up doing. I know exactly what I did now. because S&P, NASDAQ hit DD band right here at the open and S&P didn't. So I lined up all my DOMs to go trade S&P in case S&P hit DD band and the ratio was less than half. So I was like, everything was staring at S&P. And then when I close the trade out, sometimes I'll actually close it out from the account window rather than the actual DOM itself. And so I'll usually just right click on the account and I'll go to like make trade. If you right click, you can click the trade button and I'll type in the position and then you can long or short the position. I think subconsciously, I was selling to get out of the position. I added to instead. And I just happened to not see it because it was the active tab was not on NASDAQ, and I think I accidentally shorted 2 more NASDAQ. And then with my other DOMs, the web version froze, and like essentially when everything's all freezing up in the moment, I'm just like clicking each one of these windows and tapping F5 to refresh it because it's kind of like freezing up. Usually my Trade of 8 web version will just lock up, and I have like literally I feel like 5 or 10 times a day. And when I did, I thank God that I did. I think the universe is helping me out there because whenever I did, this one refreshed. And so it reloaded all the DOMs on the first tab, which showed an active position. And then I was like, oh, because I have everything lined up to where it was not visible to me. Apparently it was covered up. So for some reason, or I was just so busy streaming, I didn't even notice it. But it's very rare to have something like that escape my visibility. But we good. We'll figure it out. You get so committed to the buy button. Yeah. Am I still thinking bear market? Here's the thing. The market is actually right on the edge of where it could possibly maintain. If the bear market leaves after 2 days and we're back to being like bullish and choppy for the next couple of days, then we're actually pretty good. This is the one key pivot to matter, 1841 on VIX. When you get to here, this is very important. If we drop below here, then the volatility is gone and this just squeezes up really high. So if it bounces here, the volatility comes back and then we retrace a little bit of this and pull back. The reason I kind of jumped back in on this is because this is where that can happen. If not, then I just get squeezed for the day and take the loss and take my licks and go home. But this is the area where the VIX can turn around. VVIX is still above 100, but man, this little dead cat bounce is actually really nice for the day. So we'll see what we get. You always forget. Yeah, Catchy understands exactly what it is. You forget about the other options selected, right? When you open the right click to trade, you have to switch over from short to long. And then I forgot. I probably forgot to do that. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck happened. QQQ puts today, yeah, but at the end of the market though, not from here, like at the end of the market. As long as the market closes strong and green for the day, I'll grab puts and then continue long tomorrow. So puts are just in case the market continues to collapse out. Now, if everything has recovered to being greater market bullish on our indicators, then I might even decide not to do the puts, but to the strong degree of like crashing the market. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'll probably buy maybe 10 or 20K worth and just have them sitting there for the course of the month and then continue to long the market if it does stay bullish. So this is a really strong recovery off of all of yesterday's selling. All of our indicators have flipped bullish from the moment the market opens. So let me double check S&P monthly maps. S&P jumped back to the bull territory. It's only bullish here for about 2 or 3 days and it's back to a liquidity pocket and then it's bearish again in a couple of weeks. So this is normally that transitional type period that we see for like last December where the market is probably going to chop around a lot. It's probably going to, if it has a green day today, it might actually have a green day tomorrow as well. Just to see a little bit of recovery off of the selling. And then that's basically it. We might not get a really, remember every single bear market, you can count the candles. You'll have like 2 green days, 2 red days, 2 green days, 1 red day, 1 green day. It's about a 50-50 candle split. Yeah, nice and bullish for today at least. And so my one bet to the volatility is still there. I can still take some scalps on the volatility in the meantime. All right, so while we're chilling and waiting, let's do our first giveaway, you guys. I'm thinking this month we start off with a really fat stack of giveaway accounts. Hold on one second. I don't have a strong setup here. My only bet is on volatility itself, is that the VIX is having a strong pivot here. And at 1841, if it pivots and turns around, then this is going to break out and keep going. I'm just taking one final bet here on this exact pivot where we are sitting. And this is going to be my, yeah. Let me see what we want to do today for giveaways. Hold on one second. Dude, come on. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta get this set up here. Hold on one second. Hold on, guys. I'm getting my administrative stuff here for the giveaways. Hold on. All right, guys, 1 second. We're trying to get everything organized for the month start. Just a little bit of messiness to get started here because my little tracker that I have to track all these accounts that we're giving away. Hold on, give me a minute. It's all kind of messy here, but we'll do take profit giveaway today. We'll do 2 TPT 50K accounts. Give me a second really quick though. All right, 1 second. All right. Let me get my giveaway stuff ready to go here. Just to kind of chill in today's heartache. Dude, I will be so fucking lucky if I can turn this into a win today. No idea. Not gonna happen. This will have to be one of those days where I just take a BS loss probably. All right, let me get my widget out here. We'll be doing a giveaway for us. I don't know how many. I'm trying to read. My thing's all messy. Going to be doing a the hell is my take profit? I don't even see it anymore. Here it is. 50K tests. So we'll be doing 50K tests today. I'm trying to get organized here. Start of the month. We got twice as many accounts to give away this month. Today's giveaway starting off. We're gonna test this out. Don't type anything yet. I'm gonna test something out. Just for the moment, we're gonna do a giveaway only for people that are what is it? Members of the channel. So the membership to the channel, we're gonna split up the giveaways in that to prevent people from botting. Right, there are people that are just basically botting and winning on multiple accounts. We're gonna make it to where you're gonna have to pay a minimum to enter the contest for some of the contests that we do. It'll be whatever it is, $5 a month to be a member of the channel. And that way, no bots can win. You have to have an actual membership in the channel. So we're gonna test this out for this one and see how well it works. So what I'm gonna do is edit, and we're gonna change chat for just a hot minute here. Only members can leave a chat now. Now again, just for now, for a minute, we're gonna test this out. I went and got twice as many accounts to give away this month. We're gonna do half of the giveaways like normal, but all the new accounts that I got, we're gonna also do some that are members only, just to prevent people from botting and trying to win. So, not that it's a thing, but you know what I'm gonna do with you guys is $5 a month or whatever, just buy more accounts with it. That's what I just thought I'd do. So whatever ends up being, maybe we can buy like a couple more Tradeify straight to funded or something. So only members can chat for a minute. We're only gonna do this for 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere. We'll do a regular giveaway for non-members as well, but I want to test this out. Whoa! They actually have a copy participants button now. I no longer have to use Chat GPT to copy everybody's names. Well, I do, but like, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't have to like actually go into the source code. All right, everybody type TPT. No, sorry. Type take profit. Let's test it out. I just want to see if this works. We're testing it out right now. Only members can enter this contest, but we'll do another contest too for people that aren't members. We made it, it's a $5 a month, all right? Half of our giveaways going forward will be members only, but we have twice as many to give away, so nothing's gonna change for the non-members, which is cool. Now, no more craziness, right? And like I said, we'll take whatever income we get and we'll buy a couple extra accounts with it. I'm thinking like 2,000 or 3,000 view times 2,000 or 3,000 is a couple $1,000. I'll convert all of it into buying more accounts. How about that? I love this idea. All right, you guys all have about 5 or so minutes to do this. Cool. Yeah, like if you guys like the membership was preset from like a year ago. I think it's $5 or $4 or something a month. It's not much. And it was just there just to be there for super chat. And so now we can do members only. That way, one person, one account, one entry. No more people getting on like 50 bot accounts from freaking India coming here trying to scam the giveaway by entering the contest with like five different fake accounts or 20 different fake accounts. We've been catching people trying to do that. So we're going to test out a members only contest. Just for now. And we'll do half of our contests like normal, which is 100 and something accounts. We'll do another 100 accounts for members only. which is kind of cool. And then the income that we get from it will buy more accounts. So I'm not trying to do this for profit. I'm trying to do this for you guys. I could probably set it to $1, even such, but whatever the same is, I'm going to donate all the money to the account fund to buy more accounts with. Okay. All right, ready, guys? Hold on. This is just a reward for our faithful Rock Scooter members. All right, we'll do the spin the wheel just once. I'm just testing to make sure this works, so don't go anywhere. We'll do a normal giveaway after this, but we're gonna do 2 take profits for members only, and then we'll do 2 funded next for non-members. So you guys don't go anywhere. Look at this. People are already like dipping out, which is exactly what I wanted to do. All right, dip out. For people who need to dip out, it's fine. After this giveaway, the people that just dipped out, they're gonna miss out because you know why? After this giveaway, I'm gonna do a non-members only funded next giveaway. So look at that. All right. So-and-so logged off with all their bot accounts, I bet. All right. Take a walk. All right. You guys ready? Spinning the wheel. Now we have a bunch of really awesome brand new giveaway songs that you guys have been making in the song submission channel. We're going to be doing this awesome thing this month where if you guys write music, AI music for the stream, we're going to have this giant contest where we all get together and we all go over these songs and listen to them and we all vote on them in chat, what we do or what we don't like again, or what we do or what we vote on, what we like, what we don't like, and then we have like a little bracket and then we keep like to the final 10, the final 5 or the final whatever, and then we keep having. There's so many good ones, we might actually keep 10 of them. If you write a song that we like, that we use, that we keep, we will reward you with a lifetime rocket scooter. I don't know what some of these songs are, but all right, this is the first TPT members only giveaway. So now we're going to start having exclusive bonuses on the stream because we're getting really big for people that are members of the stream as well. First winner, Lee. You get a TPT test account. Hold on one second. Our friends over at Take Profit have donated 13 accounts for us to give away this month. Lee, you gotta type something in the chat though. Is it working? Oh, Lee, I see you typing in chat. There it is. Okay, cool. All right. Number 2. The bot didn't pick it up, though. That's interesting. Or at least the countdown didn't pick it up. Jesus Leon, winner number 2. All right. After this, we'll be doing a Fun to Next giveaway as well. All right, Jesus, very awesome, very awesome. Okay, let me switch chat mode back to This is cool. This is cool. This works. All right. You guys know the drill. Y'all talk to Andrew. He'll get you your accounts. Go to Slacks. Y'all are members, so y'all are probably not going to try to cheat the system. Cool. All right. Now let's do a giveaway for everybody. Hold up. I like it. Hold on. All right. Subscriber mode turned off. Cool. Test, test. All right. Everyone else. Funded next. Let's go. We'll get better. This was like the first time we did it. Little messy, but it turned out pretty okay. Here we go. Vic's at Triple B right now. This is the moment of truth. So what we're gonna do is give away on this stream to the public, 2 Funded Next accounts every stream, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. This is the new goal on the channel. Wow, that's a pretty dope song. I like it. Hold on, we get a couple more of these here. Oh, we got the 80s banger. Let's go. All right. Okay, so we'll do, how do you pay subscribe? I think you go on the front page of the channel and you click a button and then you can subscribe to everything. I think it's like is it $5? I don't even know what it's set to. I don't even remember the amount. All right, guys, just type in Funded Next in chat. I like this. This is cool. This is cool. So I'll let you guys tell me, do you think it's cool that we do public giveaways and members only giveaways now? We've got twice as many accounts. You might as well get clever with it, right? What is sub X2? I don't know what sub X2. If you're a subscriber, you get 2 entries. I don't know if that works with YouTube, but it's probably a Twitch thing. Okay. Just make it members only always. I'll do the majority of them. I'll do half and half for now, and then as we get bigger, we can start doing it member only, yeah. Which is great because your donations to the stream will just be turned into more accounts, so we'll be fine with that. What about lifetime members? Do you get a perk? Lifetime member is different than the stream though, right? So there's no way to differentiate membership from entry on this. Everybody enter Funded Next. Like, I can't tell the bot that you're a member at Rock is here, so the bot would have no idea. We try to think of like mechanically. I have no way to run a mechanical giveaway unless we created a channel in the Discord and you guys went in the Discord and you filled out a form there, and we could possibly do it. But on the stream, we wouldn't be able to do anything like cool, like drawing a name on the stream with a bot like this. We'd have to come up with some kind of method in the Discord, because that's the only gatekeep to know if you're a member or not. The stream wouldn't know. All lifetime members become mods. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, in Discord is as somebody recommended. Yeah. Cartoon is correct. All right, guys. All right, you guys ready for this? I can't believe, dude, that I got fucking hammered on stupid administrative BS. Hold on 1 second. All right, that's an awesome song. Okay, keep typing, guys. We'll do something 1 second. I got to talk with the next, folks. Okay. All right. Hopefully I can make something back. Matt accidentally bag holds 4 contracts. I never would be in a short of 4 contracts. It's like the craziest part of this. Like, I got to short like 4 to get back to normal. So no freaking clue, man. All right, keep typing, guys, and we'll get ready to go. So we'll see if we can't get some of it back. That song is like so freaking epic. All right, ready, guys? This is I think this is like one of my favorite. I've been listening to this just driving in my car. All right, guys. It's red meets Evans blue. The lyrics are just fire, dude. All right, guys, we're gonna spin the wheel. 2 funded next rapid accounts, the brand new ones. Anybody can enter this. So we're gonna do a mix of public giveaways and members only giveaways. Hold on. Oops. All right, guys, spin the wheel. 2 funded X accounts. Rocket Cadet membership is for the members giveaway. So we'll do some members only giveaways, and then we'll do some public giveaways. We'll do both. On that morning move, dude, that sucks. Larry Spencer, winner number 1. God, I love this song. Are these 25Ks? Oh, these are 25Ks. Okay. Larry Spencer. I think they're 25K. Okay. Cool. All right. Maybe I'm wrong for the from the right place. Oh, dude, I love this. Volatility's back. Is this the tippy top? If I get my 2 contracts and we go below DD band, maybe I'll break even on. I lost money. Accidentally bag holding when I thought I closed out. Moneymaker aspiration winner number 2. Type something in chat, buddy. You're a winner number 2. It's such a great song. Gotta type something in chat.
Like a Wall Street bar, my funded computers lit, passing apples with grace. And funded next said, son, you just ace this place.
Alrighty.
Codes and boot camps to share, handing out accounts like a trader. Who cares? I don't need a lasso. I got levels and flow. And
I think a lot of people use Suno. I think that's what a lot of folks here have been using. That was a solid song, right? The lyrics are so applicable just to life, not even trading. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but it's always from the right place. Like, it sounds like an apology song. Like, sorry, honey, maybe I'm wrong, but I come from a good place. It's hard to tell that it's a rocket scooter themed trading song. Fix a triple B. This is the bounce play. This is the decision maker. This is the deciding factor. Do we get a big old pump to the green side before we sell off? We'll see what happens here. Watch this very closely. Trader Ken, type something in chat. You gotta actually type something in chat to win. That doesn't work with women. Yeah, it really doesn't, right? Wrong from the right place is just a good phrase. Yeah. All right, Trader Ken, congratulations. All right, you guys, y'all know the drill. Take a screenshot of your YouTube ID, go into our Discord, go to the contest channel, look up our admin Slacks. He'll hook you up. Send him a message, tell him you won the contest.
And drop that fear, this cowboy crew trades crystal clear. Oh, we keep boot camp learning to trust. We don't break down, we go funded or bust. Just me, my chart, and a prop firm dream.
Man, that's a good song. All right, so you're talking to guys at Fun to Next. Congratulations. All right, so what we're gonna do going forward, every single day, we're gonna do 2 giveaways One in the morning stream, one in the afternoon stream. We'll be doing Fund Index giveaway accounts every single day. 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. So that's going to be 4 a day, which is awesome. We're going to do Fund Index, open to the public, everything. Members only. We'll do like, if you're a member of the stream, we'll be doing all kind of stuff as well. Special exclusive members giveaways, just because we get double the accounts right now to give away than we had before. Okay, volatility is starting to pick back up. VIX is at triple B. This is the bounce point. This is the only reason I'm still kind of trying to engage in this bet. Maybe make back some of what I accidentally lost this morning by being a numbskull and managing 2 of my accounts. Or managing, sorry, 2 of my accounts, three different prop firms and 2 different screens. And it's just sometimes is like, and then streaming, and then I'm trying to get the giveaway shit all managed. And then all of a sudden it's like, I do make some kind of, sometimes I make clerical mistakes. Halfway point is CD band. Okay, cool. All right. Volatility is going to start picking up from here. So you're going to start to see some big greens, some big reds. Whether it's selling, whether it's buying, VIX has started like testing its triple B level now. So this is where we go. My short is maybe valid. It's again, this is a risky short. There is no A+ setup off of this, but the bet on this is that volatility is still here. This is a bet that the market's still going to continue. Now, again, if VIX drops below 1841 and we continue to rally from here, then the market's nice and clean. I'd like to take yesterday and Thursday as a sign that that the selling pressure is real. So far, everything is still bullish for today. There's no evidence of the market reversing or selling off. This, I'm going to get lucky if it does. That is volatility picking back up and VVIX picking back up from here. That this is just the dead cat bounce off of the selling, and that this is the continuation of the downside move. I'd be willing to take that bet. This account has so much fat in it. It can hold, like this one is up, actually was closer to 60K profit. The fact that this account was down like 9,000 bucks or whatever kind of sucks. Now it's only down 7, which is good. Though we'll see what we get out of this one, right? It's not an A+ short. Remember, short market's a little hard. You gotta be a little more creative. I'm not the easiest to play with. Bullish or bearish? I would say for the shorter term right now, I'm betting on volatility. The market's likely going to be testing lower DD band for now. So at least this particular short setup that I'm in, I'm looking to play with this because the volatility is possibly there, that we do get some spreading out. As you see, there's a little bit of a megaphone look to this, right? This is the VIX starting to build back up. All evidence is bullish. There's nothing bearish about today. Today, everything has reset to bullish. And all the indicators are pretty good. The only thing that can be perceived as anything is volatility. The market has volatility, to lack of liquidity here to propagate further, that any selling pressure can tip this really quick, like big, like the candles are going to start getting really big. As we've noticed in the last 4 minutes on the triple B bounce, we're starting to see the candles getting slightly bigger, and that could be green or red. Nothing in the indicator is bearish. So I am in a 50-50 coin flip sort of mode here, betting that volatility is going to allow the bears to press the market lower, even though all the indicators are bullish in this little dead cat bounce that we got. Nasdaq's moving pretty quick. The S&P is not moving as much. The S&P is a little more stable than the Nasdaq is. All right, guys, congrats to the winners today. You guys will enjoy the new if you guys haven't checked out the Funded X Rapid Challenge, it's actually a really cool program. Let me grab that little sheet so I can show you guys some details from it. What the Rapid Challenge is, it's a sub $100 account. And for the first 14 days since they launched it, they have a big sale off of the price already, and we get 10% off of that. What it actually is, it's a very moderate plan where you get scaled, or you get a payout schedule, very similar to like the Top Steps and the Buy Beta Future Scale, etc. The difference being that there is no consistency on the challenge phase. So you can one day YOLO pass these things, and there's 40% on the payout phase, which means every 3 days you get a payout. Payout every 3 days on a schedule. That's one of the quickest payouts I've seen in props. The maximum withdrawal is based on how much you pay. So it's 800, 1500, 2500. That's basically it, depending on which account you get. And then you just get these payouts. After 5, you go uncapped. So every 3 days, take out your $2,500 for this account. And then, so like we always say, you know, Top Step, you get 5,000 every 5. This, you get 5,000 every 6, right? So, but this becomes uncapped after the 5th payout, like fully, purely 100% uncapped. And you can take out everything. Note that I've found out that once you take out your payout, just notice that your MLL, if you are above, you hit your profit target, right, and you get your payout, your MLL resets to the account balance. So just remember, once you take out your buffer in payout, you don't get additional buffer. It's not like your MLL resets to X% below your current balance. Your MLL in any kind of end of the day drawdown that trails with you usually becomes static at the starting balance. So whatever you end up, if it's a 100K account and you get up to 5,000 and you take out $2,500 of it, your MLL is at the 100,000 mark. So you only have 2,500 of fat after your payout. So just note that in general, all end of the day drawdown payout accounts are pretty much like that. You don't get a new MLL that's the full distance from your current balance. It usually moves to start and stays there. After Funded and Funded X with Rapid, 3 days still payout. That's it. On Bearing Bulls, it doesn't say because there is no minimum number of days. It's just you get your profit target and that's it. That's the best part. It's like Top Step, but it doesn't have minimum days. So Top Step is like, you got to trade for 5 days. These guys say you don't have to trade any number of days, just get to your profit target. But with 40% consistency, it means at minimum, it has to be 3 days. So that's basically what it means, right? Can you withdraw into the buffer for Funded Next? You can take out the exact payment maximum and that's it. That's as far as you can take out. And after your 5th payout, you get 100% of your, you can take out anything uncapped. Yeah. All right, now we get the volatility test. Let's see what we get. VIX is holding triple B and pushing higher. This means volatility is likely still there. And inside of this, it means that the market is sort of widening a little bit. Anytime VIX is above triple B, you can expect the market to be very sensitive to any kind of news event or catalyst. If Trump were to come out and say something right now, it is a red candle or a green candle through the roof because the sensitivity is huge. Digging myself out of the hole, guys. Yeah. All right. Let me working on a little bit of this here. what really sucks was having freaking 4 contracts. That's not something I would normally be doing. 2 would be my absolute like biggest I would ever do in a volatile short setup. That hurt. It hurt pretty bad. The 40% consistency is each payout period, right? So every time you get a payout, it starts all over. You nailed it. So that's kind of what's making funded next is like making a splash. Like these rapid account, I don't know how it's going to last, to be honest. You know, trade at your own risk. I don't think these they're going to be like a fast track where they become insolvent. But Jesus Christ, like no payout schedule. You know, just get your profit target and you get a payout. There's no minimum number of days. 40% makes it a minimum number of 3. Is you can't possibly get 40% with any less than 3. But when you think about it, that's pretty damn cool. All right, how do we finish out today? Is today going to keep rallying? Is today going to find some selling pressure? Let's analyze liquidity maps very quickly. Everything is still bullish-ish, but again, this was the bull pivot. There's nothing else on S&P to be bullish from. That was the pivot for me to long from. And NASDAQ has MHP test coming right up. So in a little bit, what I'm hoping for right now with this position I have here is that NASDAQ continues to pull back and hits MHP. Then we figure out what goes on from there. MHP resilience is a really strong and positive. So it could be a bounce just to finish out today. MHP is drawn right here. We do have a bull setup. MRES is greater than 0. So it could be support. In my traditional methods of trading, this is considered a bull pivot. Outside of DD bands, I'll always buy off of that pivot. We smashed through it without even stopping earlier, which was really interesting. Again, barely even did anything close to it. And so ideally, what I'd like to see, what I really would like to see is this push and sell and support there, and I can grab a dip. So it would be very cool to see if I can get a short setup here and then maybe a long setup there to finish off. And of course, because we're in an environment where volatility is present, we might actually get undershoots instead of actual taps. Seems like a good plan. What do y'all think? Nothing bearish. Everything turned bullish today, which is good. It's just that VIX is still in a place where it can be volatile. You see how the candles are starting to like pick up some speed and starting to widen out a little bit. It doesn't mean bear market. It just means volatility. So any selling can hair trigger this to the downside, or any buying can hair trigger it to the upside. My MyFunded futures exclusivities for this month hasn't started yet. I'm still waiting. I talked to them over the weekend, just with some new terms that I was gonna kind of see if we can get some new terms with them. And then they're gonna come back probably sometime, hopefully early this week, maybe even today. We'll see. What I want, not that I say this is going to happen, but this is what I want. Remember, markets are volatile. Whatever you want, you're going to get. So I'm just going to say that's what I'm going to get. I want MHP test. Why? Because market's volatile. It can go anywhere. So whatever I want, I'm going to get. Markets are volatile. Just tell yourself that. I want MHP test. Okay. So I'm going to plan around it. When markets are volatile, they travel around all over the place. They can touch just about anything. And so let's see if we get it. Nothing is bearish today. Everything turned bullish again immediately at the open. So this, whether it tests or doesn't, it's up to you to decide in general how you feel about this market. Yesterday was crazy enough, and Friday and or Thursday and Friday were crazy enough to flip us into what we call bear market. But you take a bear market a day at a time. We don't say bear market for months or years. Bear market is every day you wake up and go, are we still there? And we woke up today and we're no longer still there. The market is squeezed out of it. So if we're in this transitional phase, if you guys remember from December, we did this whole bearish, bullish flip for December before the market finally collapsed out. It is considered a topping pattern that this is likely the high. As we said, that this is probably the end of the bull run to the upside as everything's stabilized. But if VIX gets below 1841, if VIX drops and the market gets some nice stable liquidity like we had today and all the signs and signals of the market are bullish, we could get some further upside. I'm definitely not betting on it. I was betting off of DD band to short off of that, and we'll see if I get lucky, right? But man, today just sucked so hard, man. Like I'm so disappointed. And multitasking, it's a Monday. I'm coming back in from the weekend. Just kind of like pretty lame. MHP is actually, you get that from the Rocket Scooter trading platform. The link is in the description below. Guys, and by the way, we get this, I think take profit. I think we still get 40% off with it. I'm not sure if that deal's still going on, but. Or 30% maybe. 30% normally, but I think we had a 40% off for a while. Sideways bullshit. Yep. I want MHP tests is what I want. VIX is starting to widen the market. We've reset just a little tiny bit. Let me double check some of the stocks and see if the stocks are hitting anything that's worth noting. Apple is here. Amazon is here. Amazon's completely shitting the bed today. Microsoft. Maybe I get lucky and we'll see. Is that muted? Oh, my bad. I muted it so I can eat my breakfast. I didn't want to smack in the mic. And I forgot to unmute it. Well, I was actually talking a second ago. I'll be right back. Quick bathroom break. Question is ZDD calculated on settlement or the last trade of the session? It's calculated in the last trade of the session, Nadia. Good question. So you guys can see the volatility increase, right? So this is the bear market portion of this. When VIX is above triple B, you can immediately see the volatility increasing from like this moment in time. As VIX is testing that level, volatility was starting to kind of expand a little bit. Right. Which is like the widening of these V's, if that makes any sense. What's my target? 129. Right here. Again, I'm still like today though. The problem is that I don't think we get this reversal today. Unless the volatility dies out. VIX is still sort of like asking the question, are we bearish for the month? Let me pull this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Remember, I've been talking about the same level for an entire month, right? This is our one monthly spot that's important. So today, or last couple of days, VIX just essentially we open a contango, we crash it for bull market, and all of a sudden before earnings, bearish again. It would be the rarest of the rare for this to come right back down here today and continue to bullish on such a V-shaped recovery. That would mean that we were just overselling on the two tech stocks that we had each one of these days. What's expected is that this holds this and continues to test out. Like we get a what I normally experience in times like this is that we get a rapid sell-off usually in the middle of the day, and this stays here. And then we start here and the market continues to build additional volatility and pressure, like a rapid sell-off, like it's going to just fall no floor very quickly. When VIX is testing triple B from the top, that happens very rapidly, and that's when I'm sitting here on the bet. Hopefully I can work this back to green today. This kind of like absolutely like fucked my face off on accident earlier. But we'll see. Normally after big sell-offs like that, you get just a crazy dead cat bounce that closes higher just to squeeze everybody that was trying to short on Friday. The Friday sell was hard enough such that it threw us into a bear market, and we had all bull conditions today, which was really nice to see, which I always love to see. But at minimum, what I personally want to see is what happens at hedge pressure again. Trade setup number 2. Right here. And S&P just broke out of a pocket and right back into here. Normally, if you open in pocket, 90% of the time you stay in the same, you close in a pocket. It's only about 10% of days do you break up and keep going. So the odds are pretty, the odds, like this is like the small probability with the odds that we break out and turn into a rally. But again, anything can happen. But what I want to see is us test hedge pressure on the fact that there's some volatility here. But Next hasn't released any announcements just yet. Hold on, let me mute my mic. iDoc made me some eggs and some homemade bread that she made last night. We are really holding this 23,200 level right now on NASDAQ pretty well. This is the 561, sorry, 562 strike on QQQ. I think S&P is starting to sell off a little harder now, I think. S&P is at MHP overnight dynamic is also in that same spot about here. Starting to pick up some momentum now. Unless you're starting to get a little zippy. Ideally, I'd like to get a bull pivot to long off of. To me, that'd be incredible. There's a little bit of again, all indicators are still bullish, so there's nothing really bearish today. We had an MHP break just now, or hedge pressure break now on one of the stocks. I'm really sure which one it was, but coming through big tech. Oh, it was Nvidia. Yeah, so Nvidia is carrying a little bit today. All of this movement here, very much so. So Nvidia is pressing into a bull long up, and usually I will take long chases off of that. No selling pressure on Nvid today. Apple kind of retracing back a little bit. Amazon selling off. Microsoft retracing a little bit. Meta breaking out into illiquidity pocket. Tesla sort of chopping in between IP and LPs. Google retracing a little bit. So basically everything that rallied up on dead cat bounce is retracing a little bit right now. You got cooked today? Yeah, today was kind of like crazy day. She has some homemade bread. Homemade bread. So here's the moment of truth. Here's the test. Do we get volatile? Do we find some selling pressure here? Or not? VIX at the key level. Again, VIX is pulling back a tiny little bit. Some liquidity is here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think? Indicators are all bullish. There's nothing bearish yet. It's just the bet on the volatility. So volatility increase it also could mean like this could be like this before anything. Volatility's there, so I'm just basically short from here and just holding through it. See what comes out of it. I don't normally short outside of DD bands. It's not an A+ setup. It's not anything. There's not really a good setup to do anything from here. Technically speaking, I should be looking for longs still. The market is still slightly creeping higher. But I'm not flipping back to the bull side of the market. This is a dead cat bounce day in the middle of this bear sell-off. I'm wanting the day to close strong and green so I can buy puts for the next month. I think the perfect setup to do that. We could do some giveaways in the meantime. We kind of could. Hold on. Speaking of that, I got something I got to do really quick. Nice entry. Yeah, but I got screwed today, man. Something very annoying happened. I still can't figure out what I did. I did short off a DD band, and then when the info came out and showed that the ratio was greater than 0, I got squeezed out. And I thought I closed everything down right here, and I happened to go over there and look at my platform at some point, and everything was frozen on my funded next stuff. And so I just went through all of my accounts and just refreshed everything, because that's usually just unfreezes it when it's frozen. Just refresh the browser tab. I refreshed the Tradeovate one, and then it popped up and showed I was in a position of 4 short instead of 2 short that I thought I was in. So I think I accidentally added to. It was the second time I've done that this in like a month, I swear. That one time I accidentally made 10K. Remember that day? By accidentally doubling down. I meant to close out with some small profit. So when I refreshed and it popped up, it was like, you're in a position of -4. And I was like, I thought I was flat in this account. So who knows? So now I'm digging out. Digging out of that one. I would like to see MHP test today. It is quite a challenge to trade multiple accounts with multiple firms without copy trading. Especially when the platforms themselves freeze up every once in a while and have crazy memory leaks. Like, I swear, like every couple of hours, I'm refreshing these things and just... Heard opinion that copper correction from recent fallout can move indices even to the new highs. The real correction could begin. Could be. No, I didn't bet 4 contracts. I bet 2. And what I think I did is, because whenever I sometimes close, if you go to actually your Tradeovate account tab and you right click, you can right click and the order will pop, the order entry window will pop up that says, you know, you trade. You right click, click trade. And then what I think I did was I selected 2 and then I hit sell, which I'm used, like habitually, and I'm talking to you guys and I'm all distracted. Habitually, I thought I was exiting 2, and I think I probably hit sell and shorted 2 more, like as it was rallying. So when I thought I was closing out, I might have added 2, but the thing was that I didn't notice it until I refreshed everything. Because I think what I did was I was focusing on, I had S&P focused on the DOM, because NASDAQ, this is why I think I did this, because NASDAQ hit DD band first and S&P was going to hit DD band second. And I was going to aim at shorting S&P if that ratio was less than 0 at that tap. And so I think I clicked it to S&P. And that's why I would have used the account tab. And I wouldn't have seen that I closed, that I added to NASDAQ when I'm watching S&P, and then my brain was just like, oh, I'm flat, okay. And I just looked at it and then moved on. 4 is too much of a trade pre-market. Yeah. I'm still, again, that's my best guess. In reality, I'm just super distracted and balancing 10 million things. I'm sure I overlooked something. Hey, trading for keeps. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope everything is okay with you and your family. Yeah, I don't ever copy trade. I try not to. When I take a copper trade, I'm not even paying attention to copper today. Let me look at it. What's going on with copper? Holy shit. I'm not sure what happened with this. I'm not paying attention to the news or anything. What's going on with copper? Was it taxes? Yeah, it's quite a nasty little sell-off there. Wonder what happened. Take profit won't let you to set account limits and trade evade. Please speak with them about it. Okay, I'll try to. Exclude some sort of tariffs on copper, so it went back down. Oh, so the price of copper went down because of the new tariff stuff. Yeah, interesting. So copper was getting like elevated prices because the demand for copper futures. This is why. So you get these, wait, we call them like carry costs. This happens a lot of times. And like, remember when oil prices went negative? It's this particular contract, right, that was going up in value because if tariffs are going to hit, teach you a futures thing. So say that you have a contract that expires at this point in time and you have a tariff that hits at that point in time in futures, right? You want to have your import delivered to you before the tariff happens. So what that does, if the tariff is going to impact copper, people are going to load up on the contract just to guarantee the delivery. And this will price in the tariffs into the current month contract. And if so, if there's an exclusivity that says, or an exclusionary portion of this that says it's not impacted, then the demand for this particular contract goes down. So a lot of times you'll see people like loading up on some kind of commodity to get delivery before some kind of tax or some kind of whatever happens. And that's probably just what it is. This is an artificially inflated price based on the expectation of a tariff is what I'm reading from what you guys are saying. And you see that happen all the time. You guys remember when oil prices went negative in April of 2019? Oil prices didn't go negative. The April contract went negative, which meant that the cost of it was more expensive to store the oil than the cost of the oil itself. So you had to actually pay people to take the oil from you for that particular contract. Because for that particular month, that was the cost of everything. Like imagine you bought a barrel of oil for 40 bucks and then somebody says, I'm going to charge you $80 to store it. And you had no other option. You couldn't just take the oil and do nothing. You had to actually pay money. You actually lose money to accept the oil. So that when that happens, the contract is negative. So that's probably what's going on with copper. I wouldn't see this as a dip to buy if that's the case. I wouldn't see this as a short either. I would just see this as immediately unpricing in the taxing on the tariffs. Is probably resetting to the level it's supposed to be at. Again, I don't. Was I trading oil when it went negative? No, I wasn't. I had already switched over to trading index products at that point. But I watched it that day. That day was crazy. So imagine if like you have a physical barrel of oil that you call somebody and they're like, yeah, give it to me for 30 bucks. And then the futures contract is 40 bucks. You're not just going to sell it in the open market to people. You're going to instead short a contract at current value, which means that whoever bought it from you is buying it from you at the price you shorted it at, or whatever, or well, basically at that moment in time, that's the current value. And if the market falls to 30 bucks, then you can still sell it at market price for 30 bucks, but then you made $10 on the short. So you really can still sell it at 40 bucks. So what happens is the contract is the price at a point in time. The spot price is the price you sell it at now, like to anybody that wants the physical stuff. And so a lot of times you'll get the current spot price is going to be the same. Like every day, the spot price is the same, the spot price is the same, the spot price is the same. And then if a tariff is coming a month from now, people are going to stockpile on the particular good. So currently the spot price should be going up because the demand is going up quickly. You want to load up as much as you can on the actual physical commodity, as much as you can physically store in your warehouse at that moment in time is what you're going to stockpile before the tariff hits. And then if you can't, you want to guarantee more of that in the future. Well, hell, I'm going to burn through that in a month. I need more a month after that. Then you go to the futures contracts to guarantee you get a price at a point in time. And so if the price at the point in time is before the tariffs hit, you can assume the demand will be very high for this particular contract because it'll ship before the tariffs will hit. So sometimes you'll see current month contracts, like I was just repeating what I said earlier, carry that value of a future price hike, because if you just wait until that moment in time to buy the thing, you will pay that extra price because the tariff is on top of it. So futures contract will essentially run up higher because of the demand for the current market price is high, preceding when the tariff actually hits it. And so if you turn out all what I just said, and if you change the word copper to oil, and then you flip the signs around, the idea was in a month, it's going to be twice as expensive to store oil because we have been storing oil at capacity because of this one thing. And then the cost of transportation and storage is more so than even the value of the thing itself. So the same effect in reverse. People were securing buying oil at a deficit, and selling oil, more like selling oil at a deficit. Like, I'm going to sell you my oil at negative 20 bucks and negative 30 bucks. Wait, you're giving me oil and giving me money to take it from you? Yeah, because it'll cost me more just to hold on to it and store it at that point in time. I'm actually losing less money by selling it to you and giving you money to take it from me. And it's a weird concept to think about it, right? You have a car that has a payment of $600 a month, and a requirement of the lease of that car is that you must store it in said facility. Well, said facility is $3,000 a month to store your $600 a month car. You might want to sell the car give somebody, look, I'll give you 600 bucks or you can pay the car. Yeah, but you're paying 600 and paying me 600. You're paying 12. Yeah, but I'm not paying 3,000 to store it. You know what I'm saying? That's your problem now. And so that particular example is you're giving somebody money for the value of the thing. I'll give it to you for free if you go ahead and pay for the storage of it, right? And that's kind of what happens. I'll pay you to take my shit. Did I find the Lambo scooter? No, they don't make them anymore, according to what Google said. Lambo stopped making scooters. And I'm so disappointed, but I can get the Bugatti scooter from Costco though. That's always an option. I want hedge pressure retest. VIX is bouncing on triple B just fine and dandy. Should be all right. I think I'm going to get lucky today, guys. I just have a good feeling. Having empty oil tankers, having empty midstream storage, having empty anything would have been great at that time. But that was just for that one contract too. And then it was attacked. People noticed that deficit and then they attacked it even further, drove the price down even crazier. Short sellers, people that were caught in a bind got squeezed and they were forced to give away their oil and give money with it. Which would be producers, right? These are people that were drilling it out of the ground. So big oil companies who took the loss there. And in midstream, anybody that holds inventory takes loss when contracts dive. If you're moving the inventory at that time, imagine people in the midstream bought the supply to transfer it over, your middlemen, and they bought it at 40, and then the value was negative. But the carry costs they don't have to carry because in the physical world they're the storage company, so they don't actually carry that loss physically. They can sell the oil whatever price they want. They don't have to care about the contract says. They're not going to devalue their own inventory. If somebody wants a barrel of oil, they're going to sell it at whatever the spot price actually is. You know, contract oil would have been minus 40 bucks at that point. But if you called the midstream company and said, hey, we need to buy 100,000 barrels of oil, they're still quoting you at 40 bucks or whatever it was. Because that carry cost was only that people were accepting delivery of the oil at that point in time that needed to store it. So the midstream companies didn't take a loss on it. Only the people that were supplying at that moment in time on that contract. Futures get weird when you start to think about how the commodities play into stuff. But copper, if what's happening with copper was there was just some artificial demand as people were trying to beat tariff, that's probably, and again, I don't know because I wasn't paying attention to copper. That's likely what happened. So people are asking, should you buy the dip on copper? The answer is I can't give you investment advice, but I'm going to tell you when I see something like that, because of some kind of, we're excluding copper from this particular tariff thing or whatever, it was because it was pricing it in at a point in time, and now it's unpricing it in. So it doesn't mean that copper is going to continue to rally. And this is a dip to buy. In theory, you'd have to be just bullish the commodity. I wouldn't see a dive like this as a technical place to take a second bet on. Yeah. I'm for sure ignoring bearing bulls. I'm not reading chat right now. What are you guys saying? I'm not even reading chat. I'm just talking. Nadia, going to need someone else to ask. I might be on timeout. Bearing bulls, what are you saying? Any updates on FundNX? Nothing's updated yet. You up trying to let me know that we have the wrong number in Rocket Scooter unless I'm purposely ignoring it. No, what are you saying? I'm just not reading chat sometimes. NQ did reject the DD ban. We have the wrong calcs and got until after it ripped past it. What do you mean the wrong calcs? NQ DD band? Hold on. 23094, 23094. How do you mean it's the wrong calcs? Has the wrong level for close? Okay, let me look at this real quick. This is just one of those. I didn't see what you. Sometimes I'm not staring in chat, man. 22,870. $880. What the fuck? Hold on. You might be onto something. Is off by 10 points. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, let me look. $22,870. It's only off by like 10 points. Yeah. Okay, so it's only off by what, 10 points? Simon, you wrote me in Discord as well. Yeah, I'm battling like 1,000 different administrative things today. So it's only off by like, the settlement price is not going to be that far off. It's just off by like a little bit, right? Maybe 10 points, not a sec. All right, let me see what you got, Simon. I got what you got. Hold on. So it's only off by like 13 points on NASDAQ, right? It's not really that much. Okay. No, it's just my programming team said they had changed it when I put in a when they fixed the bot, they said they had changed it. They have not changed it. Okay. It's very simple. No, our programmers didn't listen. This is a very big mistake. My programmer is getting his ass fucking chewed out right now for this. He said he didn't fix anything. They took a node off of the fucking. They took a branch off of the repo and tried to fix this, and they took it off their. I swear to God, they went back and like they'll. Sloppy programming, guys. They were supposed to fix this, and they did, and then they unfixed it with the last releases because they're branching from the wrong fucking place and time. So this is some sloppy programming work. Somebody got their ass chewed out on it. So yeah, they're pulling it. They're updating a former release that had the bug in it, going back to something sloppy. Yeah. Essentially, initially, they would use the close price with the CME, which is wrong because that is the settlement price. It's not the right price. And so he just got chewed out for it. I want MHP test. That's all I want today. I want this. The fix will be done today. This was a requirement. I blue chewed him out. LOL. Hold on. There's like so much administrative crap going on right now. Welcome to Monday, you guys. The error is small, but it's principle of the matter. The error is not that big of a deal. They're referencing the CME close price, which is the settlement price, which is not the correct price for DD. It has nothing to do with settlement. So I would say that it's probably off by a factor of maybe a couple of points S&P, a couple points, maybe 10 points NASDAQ. Not that big of a deal. But it's not game-changing difference. But like the close 62.64 is the settlement price. We have to keep riding our web scraping bot. Every time the CME changes their site, we got to reformulate the bot, which is totally fine. But the thing is that they're picking up points in time in our code. Imagine like a repo, like as you check out from a library, right? You have like this lineage of like when you develop things. And you had a release and a release and a release, and then you have a current track where you're building something, new projects, new sprints, and you have a former stable release. I'm like, hey, change something. And they go back in time and they grab this and make a branch and they bring it out. Then they replace the current thing with that thing. But they branched out to like a former version of the bot that had used the close price, which is some lazy programming work instead of checking everything. It slipped through the cracks where we didn't see that on the release. And I approved these over the weekend when futures market is close. I have no way to know that they did that, but that's really lazy shit. 62.63 should be the level. And here it says 62.64. Again, it's 1 point of difference. Not that big of a deal, right? So, but the thing is that bearing bulls, I don't know what you guys are saying about like, and having a big effect. It's just going to be a tiny difference off, but technically speaking, it's not correct. So I want to see MHP tests. I was really excited to see this pull back, come closer to some of my areas of interest here, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. But the VIX is still there for possible end of the day activity. VIX above 1841 can solidify some further volatility. This is kind of wave 2 of any additional buying that we'll see. And now the question is, do we continue to pick up a rally or not? Everything's bullish enough to be nice. I'd like to see a big green dead cat bounce day today so I can actually buy some puts and then continue longing if the market is flipping bullish. 63.60 might be that level that we're about to get. So we shall see. Matt just explaining GitHub, yeah, for the most part. Because the error was fixed. He said he fixed it, so we'll see. We'll see what he did. Hold on. 22,870. I'll check this on NASDAQ. I'm just presuming. The thing is that the bot has to change a lot because the CME webs, and again, a scraper bot's always going to be somewhat messy. But we shouldn't be referencing CME. I don't think it's grabbing the settlement price. As a matter of fact, I just checked on that. It doesn't look like that's a settlement price either. So I don't know what they're grabbing, but I think they might be. I might be mistaken. I don't think they grabbed that bug that was there before where they used the CME close. I don't think they're using CME close. I think they're referencing the wrong candle or something. Because these aren't the close prices on CME. I spot checked. Yeah. As sad as I was to see this turn around and sell off, looks like we're picking up wave number 2 here. Oh, it was nice to have some hope and get some kind of trade out of this. And you guys like screwing at me in chat to check it out. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just, I mean, I'm trying to deal with like 20 things at once. My bad. So, simplified. You're not using 40 point stop loss, by the way. Remember the rule, or my rule. Or use whatever you want, but remember my rule. It's the largest 1 minute candle of the last hour, or if you want to be even more conservative, of the session. So 55 to 14 is 40 points. So naturally speaking, it's going to be, it could be more than 40. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, you guys are right. It should be certainly a little more accurate than, it should be more accurate. I don't know what they're referencing, but just, it's only off by a point on the S&P and by 10 points on NASDAQ. I mean, of course I want it to be correct for sure. But when you guys are saying it's off, I'm thinking it's off by like hundreds of points or something. It's just going to be a small, it looks like they're referencing maybe the wrong candle because it wasn't the settlement price either. I checked on it. So I don't have time to go through the whole, all the code to see what's going on there. Looks like we're double topping here on NASDAQ again. Now the trade I did take is going negative. This would be a great, like I said, I want a nice clean green close. That would be really nice for me. And then I can, again, I was just betting on this bounce here to create some volatility and we're not getting it. And get my puts for the rest of the month. S&P breaking out to little highs here. This is what I really feel like we're going to get. I'll make that. If I am lucky and we get any kind of like selling pressure in the close, into earnings, that'd be nice to see. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Line in the sand is going to basically be right here at this anchor point. About this 54 levels is where all that selling pressure started the other day. So this is essentially where that anchor is. The same point here where this orange line on my screen is. About here. Boom, 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 boom. Little short squeeze pop in there. Now let's see how much faith I've got in this particular setup here. Again, the volatility is still high enough. If we dump below there, then we might have just had the world's quickest bear market. So, and this is a day where like everything could go wrong. Administrative error, DD ban is calculating wrong. My guy helping me run the contest didn't do it what we needed to prep it up. So then I'm like balancing everything, and then I get distracted and I make some stupid trades, and then life is partly built on how you handle mistakes, which is totally okay. It does happen. I want MHP test still. I want to see by the end of the day us being here. That's exactly what I want to see. So I'm kind of like the same little trade I got going on here. I was hoping for a little bit more, but you're still in the place where the VIX can still be doing its thing. It's too many short. This account has extreme amount of room to play on. Like this account has 50K of fat on it. So I don't normally short above DD bands. This is again, like on a day-to-day basis, I don't normally do it. The only reason I have anything is to hold through a bunch of chop and volatility, is to bet that the market still stays volatile for tomorrow. That's basically it. And again, this is my one. This isn't like a normal setup that we teach because it's not normally something that happens all the time. This is that transitional phase. The market turned bearish and we are still above triple B on VIX. It doesn't mean the market will still be bearish, but it does mean the volatility is there, that I can bet that the market still stays the course. This was a dead cat bounce day, and the only verification that this isn't a bullish reversal in return is the fact that VIX is still going to stay iffy into close. So that's basically it. And I'm okay with 2 contracts because in reality, this account has a lot of fat in it. But again, yeah, I could be just doing micros. This isn't a scalp trade that's kind of any meaningful. This is taking a big wider bet for a bigger reversal. So in reality, if I wasn't doing anything, that'd be a good play as well, to do absolutely nothing above DD band, to only buy dips on strong pivots, which I don't have. So in the meantime, I'm just betting on the volatility, like just basically playing the range. And with the VIX being above triple B, you're going to see megaphoning. You're going to see the higher highs, higher lows sort of thing. So playing inside of the range is what I'm looking to do. Now, again, this could completely close up here and stay green for the day, and then tomorrow do something, probably. But in this particular mode, this is the one thing I'm betting on. And as we did bounce there a couple of times to get that little bit of a pullback, it looks like the market's starting to find some liquidity here. So now the question is just who's going to win, the bulls or bears. And while I am looking for dip to buy, this is definitely not a bearish setup anymore, and all the indications are still frozen in the bull side. So I was hoping to see some of the market deteriorate. I'm not seeing that, which is why shorting markets is hard. I tell you guys, shorting markets, especially when you're not shorting off of something, is really hard. Betting that volatility turns into any selling pressure that can turn the market around is just literally a gamble on the conditions still staying the same. And so conditions have flipped to the bull side. I don't have a good bull setup to take or a good bear setup, only that the volatility is going to be there. Higher highs, higher lows sort of thing. And if this does take the next hour or 2 or 3 to work its way lower, I'd love to see this, at least for my particular trade. That's what I've been kind of taking a bet on. And 2 is definitely high for any type of normal prop account, I would say, but this account has enough room to take 50K worth of loss, right? So I have plenty of room to kind of play at least the top end of this range. And I'm totally okay with it. So what I want, I definitely want to see a pullback to here. And if it doesn't happen by like lunchtime or 1, it's probably not going to happen at all. So typically, like when you have volatility starts to build up over the course of time. And any particular selling can create a move. So I'd like to see it down here. I want to see MHP bounce to test, right? To test, are we reversing back to bull side? I want MHP bounce. And again, this is an off the cuff, sort of not really a standard day trade. If the market's flipping bullish already, it'd be very rare to not see us at least test the thing that made it bearish, right? So this is what I want to see. And if VIX being at triple B, as I'm planting something on the trade just to see if that volatility creates that downside move. It's rare. But we'll see. I think this little dead cat bounce to pull some bulls into the game and see if the market turns, because the market sold so hard on Thursday that we did clobber through so much bullish resistance, right, with all that selling. And that, if that was a one-time event, that was a one-time event. If the long goes wrong, Matt will get put to the backup. Yeah, so like that's exactly what I do. If the market's flipping back to being bullish at the high today, right when we close out, I'm going to get monthly puts for a month out at some key levels, which I kind of always tell people after I get into the trade what I did on my options. And then I can continue to long the market if it is chopping around through earnings. I've got puts in case it does sell off and become a bear market. So days like Thursday and Friday of last week alert me to saying, okay, I got to be ready for it. Nice big green up day. Get some puts. Wake up tomorrow, continue to long. If the market dies out, then my puts carry. Pretty simple way to turn, maybe I'll throw 20K at it today. Turn 20K into 100 or 200 if the market dives out. Waste 20K if it doesn't, but then long the market back up and make 20K on the upside. So 20K worth of insurance on longing the market. 285 for selling? Probably so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Oops. Hedge should break one more time. SPY. QQQ. See what levels we got we're dealing with today. Yeah, this is a full recovery, man. QQQ still has bearish pressure from 67, which is about 160 points higher from here, about 420. So 420 is where the bearishness is 2 days from now. Hold on one second. MHP is monthly hedge pressure. Oh, I get it right from my funded TV in a little bit. I use stop losses when I trade. I just use mental stop losses where I know where I'm going to get out. I don't place them on the DOM though. Today was a tough ride, yeah. I want MHP balance, but that'll be the rarer of the move. Only if volatility picks up, and the basis of this would be if VIX futures above 1841 would be any end of the day pressure pulling this back. MHP equals Matt's hand picks. Oh yeah, 100%. Inside of here, I really don't have any pivots to play on. QQQ does have hedge pressure long break on. Typically is a long setup to approach along from there. Again, I don't want to be, I still feel that whatever market we're in is still the market that we're in. I don't feel like hold on, I'm helping troubleshoot this this thing with tech support here. I mean with the dev team here. Okay, one second. So I'm watching. If VIX is going to stay where it is, I want to see this work its way lower to MHP and support there. If the market is actually flipping back to being bullish for the rest of the month, it's very rare to go up here, stay here, and keep going. For such a volatile event, it's almost like customary to retest the part that turned it bearish. If there's no retest, then I will be very confused about this market. This key level right here is where I'm going to say the market can still be volatile. Hold on, guys. I'm talking to my developer about this TD thing. Is it gonna shuffle today? I'm hoping. I want to see MHP test today. That's all I want to see, and I don't know if we're gonna get it, so I'm kind of a little bummed out. Hoping I would get something better on this one. But in either case, you guys, I'm gonna get ready for my funded TV. So let's head over there in just a second. Let me load this up.
For me, love it.
We'll be over here for lunch money with Matt for the latter half of the afternoon. Did I announce when my funded futures code will start? No, I'm still kind of negotiating with them for some other stuff to go with it. Here's my funded TV. We'll be live there in about 30 minutes. So if you guys can hop over to that channel a little bit, throw some rockets in chat. Tell Tom you love him. Don't just go in there and start talking about Matt and rocket scooter stuff. Where's my resilience? It's right here. I'm sorry. What's that? Tuning in today, messy day, accidental day, calculations are off, giveaway was off, experimenting with the new stuff, and it's an off day. Let's see if I can't turn some magic in to finish out the day though. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget, keep using the Rock Scooter code everywhere you go with your prop purchases, because we turn on more giveaway accounts for you guys. August is starting, and we're giving away 200 accounts this month, almost double what we gave away last month. Come back this afternoon for Fun and X giveaways, as we do those every morning and every afternoon. We'll see y'all later. I do need a laugh track, studio, audience, soundboard. I'm going to close out this short, by the way. I'm kind of wait and see what happens. See you later.